This is going to be a complete walkthrough of how to make a glitched home base in Fortnite Save the World. Now, the first thing we're going to do before we're even going to load into our home base is I'm actually just going to change my loadout with a Fleetfoot Ken. That way we'll be just that bit faster and we won't have to worry about moving too slow. And then we'll put Soaring Mantis on so we can jump around a bit easier. Now there will be a few other things that we will need before we get into it. That will be 6,000 traps in total. Now, doesn't need to be exactly 600, you only need about 4.8 thousand or like 5,000, but I'm just going to be using 6,000 because that's how many traps that I've got. Now they have to be specific ones. You can't use like wall darts and dynamos. For this tutorial we're just going to be doing floors and ceilings, so we're going to be using anti-airs are good, ceiling drop traps, ceiling electric fields and ceiling gas traps. You can also use ceiling zappers. I don't have any, so we're just going to be using those 3 ceiling traps. And then for our other 2 floor traps it's just going to be floor freeze and tar pits. You can use healing pads, but I'm just going to be using those 2. We're also going to need 25,000 materials. Doesn't have to be a certain one. As you can see, we've got 25,000 metal and I've got 5,000 wood here that we're going to be using. And now that's all you'll need. We're going to come into Canny Valley. Make sure you don't have any builds in the home base. If you do, destroy it. I also recommend doing your endurance, just so you don't have to do it again. If you don't want to do your endurance, just do up to 10 SSDs. That way you don't have any trouble with getting the V-Bucks later, because it is a bit annoying to go and destroy the glitched base and then build it up back. So that's what I recommend, doing your SSDs first. Also, you'll have a lot more space where you're building. If you finish all your SSDs, if you've only done like SSD 5, you might not have all the space. And also if you've only done SSD 5 in say Plankerton or something, maybe it's SSD 4, I don't know, but you won't be able to get into Canny or Twine or whatever. You'll need to, go back, destroy that, and then do the SSDs, which is annoying. And it's also annoying because you can't fast swap in the base without freezing for a long time. That's just because it is a slow base. Now we're in here. I'm in Canny. You can be in any home base. Twine is the biggest, which means it's the slowest. It's the best to do. You don't need as much traps, though I would recommend doing the same amount. Now for this, we're just going to have a staircase on the side going up all the way like that, and then we're going to build actually no, we're just going to use this staircase to connect everything first. So what we're going to be doing is a 20 by 20. If you guys don't have enough space, you can do a 20 by 15. You'll just need to do extra layers. 20 by 20 is 400 total builds, which means we'll be able to do 6 layers because the build limit is 2.5 thousand or 2,500. So we'll have 2,400, and that'll just give us extra builds to make a staircase, or if we need to make a box or something like that, we can. If you're going to do 20 by 15, I believe you need 8 builds. If you do something like 20 by 30, you only need 4 builds, or like layers. We're going to be doing 6 layers in total, and we're going to be doing 20 by 20. So I'll start off with the first layer, which is just going to be here, and we'll start it here, and we'll just count out 20 by 20. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I think we'll stop there, and then we'll just come back here and do the other 7. Just like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Now I'm going to go out 20. So we already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Okay, we're just going to do 15. So that's 18, 17, 16, 15. Okay, so we've got 15 by 20, and we're just going to be doing 8 layers then. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. We can also double check we've done it right by being in line. I'm just going to double check this is 15 by 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then 15 here, which is perfect. Now if you guys do have a speed baron, which I do, I recommend using that. It will just make you faster. Mine's in my storage, I believe. Here it is. So we'll just get that out real quick. And we'll just hold on to this. This will make us a lot faster. So now when we build, we can just move a bit faster. And we're just going to fill this all in. It doesn't really matter how you do it. You can do one go at a time. I recommend doing 2. You could do 3, you could do 4, it doesn't really matter. I don't know what the most efficient way to fill it all in is, but you know, this is how we do it. Now you don't want to put any cones on top of this. You also don't want to upgrade it. You can upgrade it if you want. I don't. So, you know, just to save mats, if you guys maybe want to upgrade it because maybe you're thinking about destroying it later and you just want to have it so you can build extra mats, then you know you can do that if you'd like. I'm just going to be using the base level mats or the level 1 mats, so we don't need to worry about it. And I just build like this. I build 2 at a time and I build in a circle like so, and that seems to work perfectly fine. Doesn't really matter how you do it. Once you do this, you don't have to do it ever again unless you destroy your glitched base for some reason. Maybe you want to redo it, maybe you want a different account, maybe your account got banned, something like that, I don't know, but for most part you won't need to worry about it. Now as you can see we've got 3 in the middle here, so I'm just going to build 3 instead of 2 so I don't have to come back, and there is a bit of lag there as well. Now we've done that, we've got 7 more layers left to go. Now just to show you what traps we will be using, I'll put them out here. Okay, I'll put them out here. We've got these anti-airs, ceiling electric fields, ceiling drop traps, ceiling gas traps, floor freeze, and tar pits. So these are all the traps that we'll be using. They're a bit on top of each other. You can't see the tar pits quite well there. What did I pick up? I picked something up. No clue what I picked up, but I did pick something up. Whatever, who cares? Those are the traps that we're going to be using. Now, we don't want to place these traps at all just yet. We want to do our layers first and then place the traps, because we will hit max build limit after we do all this, or not quite, but we'll get close, and then we just won't have to worry about it, because you can place traps over the build limit. Now this is probably going to be a long process of me doing this. You don't need to count out how many you're doing here, you can just follow the outline of the layer you've done at the start and just do it accordingly. I recommend you follow the idea that I had for you, which is just to build 2400 builds. You don't need more than that. You can if you want to. I don't recommend it. There's not much of a point. It kind of just makes your base a bit slower than before, which can be annoying sometimes for load-in times, especially if you're having no trouble duping. But you know, as for now, we're just going to be doing this and we should be fine. So I'll keep building like this, and then I think we'll speed it up maybe, I don't know. Oh, we've run out of wood. No, I don't want to be I don't want to be building out of wood, I want to be building out of metal, because that's what I have most of, so we're going to be building out of metal. So I'm just going to come back here, and wrong one, and start building out of metal. Now I'll probably speed this up so you guys don't have to sit and watch, or sit and wait, you know, just be a bit quicker. Maybe I'll cut it out, I'm not sure, we'll have a look. So I'm back, and I'm going to be honest, I can't really be bothered to build all 8 layers. As you see, I've done 2, but basically just build 8 layers up. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 up the top there. Of course these will be fully filled in when you're done. Don't do what I've done. This is not max build limit or anywhere close to it. Now, once we've done all that, we want to simply go around and place traps in every single one of these, and you will get a message on screen saying that you've hit the max build limit. That's completely fine. You actually haven't, or well, you have, but the game lets you build traps on top of it for some reason. Don't ask me why, it just does. Fortnite Save the World, it is a bit buggy. But basically, these are all the traps that you should be using. There is the exceptions of healing pads and ceiling zappers. I do not have those at the moment, but you shouldn't be using anything other than these: anti-airs, floor freeze, tar pits, ceiling gas traps, ceiling electric fields, and then ceiling drop traps. Those are all the traps that you want to be using. If you're using any other ones, excluding wall ones, if you're using things like floor spikes or retractable floor spikes, wherever they are, it's not going to work as well. I don't know about flame grills. I wouldn't use them just because anti-airs and tar pits are the best. Floor freeze aren't as good as those two, but they're the next best. And as for the ceiling traps, it's definitely ceiling electric fields, drop traps, and then probably ceiling zappers. You can use these gas traps, but it doesn't really matter what you are using as long as they're one of those 8 traps or one of those 4 traps. Now, you can use wall traps like wall dynamos or Zappo maxes, but I don't recommend it. You just have to go around building things like this, or if you're not doing that, you have to go around building things like that, and it can get annoying just having to do that a bunch. It's so much easier just to have a bunch of layers and then walk around placing them. Tons easier and more efficient. Now, there isn't much other than that. Once you've done that, you should be fine to get on your way to duping. I don't believe you need much else, except for lockbot of course, but you guys should have lockbot already. If you don't, here's the video, it's up on the screen right now. That's the video you'll be able to learn to dupe from. It is quite useful, it does still work as of posting this, and it will probably be working for a lot longer to go. So yeah, thanks for watching.